What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take a step back and talk about what the Rangers can do next in free agency. I posted this tweet about a week ago, I think it was last Monday, of what I think their dream offseason would be, and they don't necessarily have to do all of these. They won't, just because that's not how things work. But I think an absolute dream offseason would be any of these 5 moves. I didn't put deGrom on here because I really didn't think they were going to do it. Still not fully processed that happened. But getting Rodon, signing Kodai Senga, those would be good moves. Or if they had to trade for a starting pitcher, I know Pablo Lopez was a popular name around the trade deadline for a while. I think, I can't remember the first name. It's either Taylor or Tyler Rogers on Miami as well, was another popular name that came up a few times. Of course, they should get someone to play left field, and I put a little smirk next to Judge. He just got absolutely paid today, so there was no way the Rangers were ever going to do that deal. I don't even think they had a remote interest, but not at $40 million a year were they going to do that for an outfielder. Their focus is mainly pitching. So I listed a few other names, Nimmo, Benintendi, which actually 2 of these guys are gone now. I think, Mitch Haniger signed with San Francisco, and Judge re-signed with the Yankees. But Nimmo, Benintendi, and Conforto are still available, I believe. And then getting some bullpen help, you need that pretty much every single season. I think that's Rogers is a bullpen guy, so I put him there. Chapman is still available. Jansen just got signed today, actually, 2 years, like $30 million with the Red Sox, and I think Craig Kimbrell is still out there. So this is kind of, like I mentioned, a loose order of what I think their priorities should be: starting pitching, get another bat, and then get some bullpen help. Not that their bullpen's bad, which it kind of isn't the best, but you can just put this every single offseason. Just bullpen help. Always need more pitching. So with that being said, let's take a look at kind of what's going around in the winter meetings. Hopefully there is something else to talk about today, but I am making this presuming nothing else will happen today. About 5 o'clock. You never know. The deGrom news broke at like 7:30 p.m. on a Friday or whatever it was. So anyway, this is about Rodon, specifically mentioning his great numbers in the last season, coming off of age 29 year. And currently, it seems like the Yankees and Dodgers are the top 2 looking to get him. Now, I think this was, 22 hours ago. So this was before the Yankees just dropped $400 million almost on their own Aaron Judge. But I could see a Robbie Ray type deal happening, 5-6 years. I did see that Rodon wants $30 million a year. That was on Twitter. So it would be close to $200 million, somewhere between $150 and $200 if I had to guess. And as they mentioned here, no free agent pitchers signed for 6 years or more since 2019. I think that was Garrett Cole because he got like 10 years from the Yankees. So Rodon and Senga, 2 names that keep getting tied together, but I think either of them would be great. This is an article about Kodai Senga, and he posted a 1.89 ERA with 158 strikeouts in about 150 innings in the Japanese league. So he doesn't have any posting fees or draft pick comps, which is really enticing for teams. And some of the top squads tied to him, per John Heyman, which after the whole Aaron Judge thing yesterday, take that as you will. But the Mets, Giants, Cubs, Padres, and Rangers all have been tied to him. John Morosi also tied the Jays and the Angels as potential teams that could be going after him. So I think for sure, if you don't get Rodon, go for Senga. I've seen a lot of people say go for Senga because he's going to be cheaper, and I think that is the case. They're the same age, so that's something to think about as well. He's the same age as Rodon. I think he has like 10 or 11 years of experience in the Japanese league, so very interesting stuff there because a lot of those guys start in high school. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it, but I believe the approximate comparison that I've seen for the Japanese league is roughly AA or AAA. I don't fully remember, so like I said, don't quote me on that, but regardless, a 1.89 ERA is good no matter how you slice it up. So that's another guy I think they could go for, but if you're going to still add starting pitching, either Carlos Rodon or Kodai Senga are musts. I was a little surprised yesterday by Andrew Heaney, which I realized I might not be saying that right, but no one corrected me, so I assume that's right. But I was a little surprised by that signing yesterday. I did see after I posted that video that he turned down multiple other deals for higher contracts, more years, more money, without needing the incentives to come to Texas. So Chris Young is doing a phenomenal job of pitching these ideas to players, whether his plan is, we're going to do X, Y, Z, or you can come play for Bruce Bochy. There's so many things. All-Star game coming soon to Globe Life Field. Brand new stadium, only a couple years old. I mean, lots is finally coming together. So, yeah, Kodai Senga, Carlos Rodon, two guys to look for. The next thing I mentioned on my list, my personal list, was getting a free agent outfielder. And I'm keeping it restricted only to free agents for this video because I know Brian Reynolds is available. They could easily get him, but the question is it worth trading these top-end prospects like Jack Leiter, like Owen White, even guys like Josh Young? He wouldn't get traded at this point probably, but my point is it worth trading those guys for an outfielder, or would you want to save up for some more starting pitching like a Pablo Lopez type guy? So keeping it just for free agents in this video. But as we just mentioned, Aaron Judge, that man, he was already set for life, but now it's generational wealth, so he's chilling. Brandon Nimmo, still available. He's got, according to this, above average glove and ability to get on base. That's always good, right? You throw a few years at him. Andrew Benintendi has been notable since he became an all-star this year, and definitely intriguing, as they said. So always something the Rangers are interested in is those intriguing players. Jock Peterson's not available. Mitch Haniger's not available. Joey Gallo, I've seen the talks of him. Cody Bellinger, on that topic, signed a one-year deal for like $20 million, and I'm so confused why a team would do that when he has not shown even remote signs of how he was in his MVP season since like 2019. Or I think that was the year he won it, so he hasn't shown any signs of life since like 2019. But I thought I saw that Gallo wanted a similar contract, and there is no way you pay Joey Gallo $20 million. I love the man, but there's no way you do that. Even if he starts every single game and wins another Gold Glove, it's just the bat is not there yet. It's not there again. I mean, he's had it before. We've seen him hit 40 home runs. We've seen him be on pace for, I think, 2020 or 2021 before he got hurt. He was on MVP pace going toe-to-toe with Mike Trout. So I would love to see him back if it was on like a minor league contract or just I don't even know if he can qualify for that anymore, like with arbitration, or I'm still not good on the contract stuff, but I would love to see him back for the right price. I don't think you give Joey Gallo $20 million because you see here last year 159 in 82 games with only 12 home runs, because at least in his days with Texas, he was hitting still 20 to 30 home runs, even when he was batting right around the Mendoza line. So we'll see how that goes, but would love to see him back for the right price. Conforto has been another popular name, assuming he will stay healthy. He should have no problems. AJ Pollock, bit on the older side, and I assume this list is in order. Yeah, okay. Obviously, it says it right there in the URL. But yeah, AJ Pollock, yeah, where the Rangers are at now, I don't think that's someone that you sign. Tommy Pham, same kind of thing. Like, if you needed a platoon type person, they could have just kept Cole Calhoun, because he was also 35, I think. And last on their list, this is from NBC Sports, Kevin Kiermaier. He has a 2023 club option for $13 million. Yeah, I mean, you're just paying for his defense, which $13 million is a lot. And this isn't even necessarily like a Joey Gallo type thing, because at least Gallo gets power, right? He can still pop 30 to 40 home runs if he gets going. But Kiermaier, I don't recall him ever being much of a power guy. He's only been known for his defense. So anyway, those are your top 10 outfielders. I got kind of on a sidetrack here, but I think for sure 2, 3, and 6 and 7 are good options. There's Conforto, Gallo, Nimmo, and Benintendi. Benintendi's probably the top one I would go for right now. And then lastly, I wanted to look at the free agent relief pitching. Of course, things got kicked off with Edwin Diaz signing that massive 5-year deal with the Mets not too long after the postseason ended either. So they are all in on Edwin Diaz. As I mentioned, Jansen signed today. Kimbrel is available. Rogers. Okay, so there's Taylor. There's a Rogers on Miami. I thought that's not a free agent. That's going to confuse me. But if he's a free agent, yeah, maybe go after him. Interesting. Michael Fulmer is a relief pitcher now. Chad Green, another decent option. Former Ranger Rafael Montero and Jesse Chavez, both already signing some deals. Other than that, though, kind of the lower you go here, it's not looking great. Corey Knebel has a very high ceiling. Same with Luke Jackson, also a former Ranger. But you want guys that are going to deliver now, you know. Derek Holland, also didn't know he was still around. And there's Chapman. So Chapman he's not what he used to be. And I think he was injured a lot this year. You know, it's hard to be a top-end closer when you start pushing your mid-30s. And especially with how hard he throws. I mean, I know he's more flexible than most people, which is why you can throw that hard. But when you get to a certain point, you're going to start getting the injuries. So I kind of rambled a little bit at the end here. But to summarize, yes, I think they should do any combination of these things. Rodon should be the number one target of the starting pitching left. If not, then go all in on Kodai Senga. In terms of outfielders, Benintendi is probably my top pick. And then for relief pitchers of the free agents, I would say Kimbrel or Taylor Rogers. Maybe even Michael Fulmer. So that is all for this video. I'll have links to these articles in the description. It's almost at 15 minutes. Did not realize that. But you all know me. I could start rambling about baseball all day. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I do want to say before this video wraps up, I appreciate the crazy support lately, which sounds a little cliche for YouTube people to say. But I've been putting out a lot of videos regarding deGrom and Andrew Heaney. Yesterday, the Andrew Heaney one has over 1,000 views, and it's only been a day. That's insane. So really do appreciate that. Hoping to keep it up as we get into the holidays here, and really hoping we get some news soon. Any kind of news is good news. So appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.